Research indicates that students involved in collaborative learning can retain up to 50% more information compared to traditional methods. This highlights the potential impact of this approach on language learning or language acquisition. Welcome to Mastering English Communications, part of the Business English Success Strategies family. Let's delve into this topic for today. Collaborative learning is a powerful strategy for enhancing English skills, promoting a dynamic and engaging environment for learners. This lesson will delve into the effectiveness of studying with a buddy. Right? I have a previous lesson about practicing solo. This one is studying with a buddy. It takes into account that we all don't have the opportunity to study in a classroom or even want to study in a classroom. So I'm trying to provide in my series ways that you can study when you don't have a classroom available. Right? So this lesson will delve into the effectiveness of studying with a buddy, emphasizing motivation and shared learning experiences. Key topics will include the benefits of study buddies, effective study techniques, motivation strategies, overcoming challenges in language learning, a real world success story that will demonstrate the power of collaboration in mastering English. It'll be a short story, given our format. So the introduction, we're going to highlight the significance of collaborative learning in enhancing English skills and set the stage for understanding the benefits in our ESL journey. First up, collaborative learning. We're going to have a slide that will discuss how collaborative learning enhances English skills and highlights its effectiveness in improving information retention through peer engagement and shared strengths. Study buddy benefits. Now, on this slide, we're going to outline the key advantages of having a study buddy, including increased motivation, resource sharing, constructive feedback. Let me repeat, constructive feedback, and the fostering of a supportive learning environment and community. Okay, so let's take a look. Collaborative learning, let's define it. This is a dynamic approach that enhances English skills by allowing students, this is when we say students, we're talking about any age, right? But obviously our focus here will be on adults and business English, right? But it allows students to work together, share resources, and motivate one another. This method enables learners to leverage each other's strengths, such as grammar expertise or speaking confidence, ultimately leading to improved communication skills. Now, I always like to point to research in my lessons, and in this case, research indicates that students engaged in collaborative learning retain up to 50% more information than those who study alone. So even though you can progress and progress quite quickly studying alone, you actually dramatically accelerate your studying, your learning and information retention even more when you have a collaborative approach as well as studying alone. So you want to do both. And so that's why we're discussing the collaborative approach today. Right? And I'll share a short real world example a little bit later with a person named Maria and her success with a language partner, just as a demonstration of the effectiveness of this approach. Additionally, finding study buddies through online platforms or local language clubs is a great idea. All right, it's a good way to sort of seek someone out, not just rely on someone who just may happen to be handy, but to actually seek out someone with the type of matching skills that you're looking for. So we have an icon list here about Study Buddy benefits. So there are various benefits on this collaborative learning approach to enhance your English skills. And here you can see that it's emphasizing how studying with a buddy can lead to a more enriching experience, right? So you can always return to this slide as a quick review when you start to set up your Study Buddy system. Each item in this list plays a crucial role in creating a productive learning environment. Peer support, critical, not only builds confidence, but also helps in overcoming challenges. You will make mistakes as you learn, just as you would learn, as you learn anything, you make mistakes. You want to embrace the mistakes and overcome the mistakes, right? So you want to overcome challenges. Right? Diverse perspectives also can offer new insights and deepen your understanding, while setting goals together ensures both partners remain focused and accountable. And of course, celebrating successes reinforces motivation and encourages continued effort. So you want to incorporate these elements, right? And it's easy to forget one of these or have it become fuzzy. That's why I said come back to this slide when you start to set up your program. Now, collaborative learning not only improves language skills, but you also, and I'll just use the business word for it, you're also going to be networking. In other words, you're going to be building a relationship or relationships with someone that will benefit the learners in their professional journeys. Let's now look at effective study techniques that will enhance the collaborative learning experience and improve your English language skills through structured approaches. Goal setting techniques. This section will emphasize the importance of establishing clear objectives, regular accountability check-ins, and celebrating achievements with your study buddy. So let me just say, this may sound like it's not quite that important. This is critical. You want to measure your progress. And also, if you have a study buddy that is not cheering you on and is enjoying your success along with you, that is a warning signal. I'll just say that. Then resource sharing. In this section, we'll discuss the benefits of exchanging diverse learning materials and leveraging each other's strengths to enhance language acquisition. Practice together. This section will illustrate how collaborative practice can improve speaking, writing, and listening skills through engaging activities like discussions and role plays. Now, just for a moment, if you're finding this content useful so far, please give us a like. We would appreciate it. Thank you. So we have another icon list, this one on goal setting techniques. Okay. And here, the first thing to do, all right, because this will enhance your learning process, but the first thing to do is define the roles, right? So defining roles ensure that each study buddy contributes effectively, while resource sharing broadens access to learning materials. Feedback loops promote ongoing improvement, and setting deadlines creates a sense of urgency and accountability. So a study buddy is a very, very important person, right? Because that person is on the same page, as we say in English. You're on the same page. You're thinking alike in terms of what you want to get out of the relationship, and you're taking it serious, you're committed to it, you're focused on it, and you're going to see results from it. Okay? So incorporating these strategies not only supports the ESL journey, but also fosters a more dynamic and engaging learning environment. It allows both partners to thrive together. So let's take a look at resource sharing. This enhances the collaborative learning experience and enriches the language learning experience. First, share diverse materials. So you're exchanging and you're collaborating. So exchange books, apps, online tools. In other words, you're working with someone that you can trust to whatever the extent that you have set up to work together and share together. All right. And this way, learners gain access to a wider range of resources, making the study process both engaging and effective. Right. And also, this approach leads to discovering new perspectives and techniques in mastering English. Leverage strengths. Working with a study buddy allows individuals to capitalize on each other's strengths. For instance, if one person excels in grammar while the other is proficient in speaking, they can help each other improve in their weaker areas, fostering overall language proficiency. So there's synergy. There is a way that your strengths match and your weaknesses match so that you can improve through each other's collaborative efforts. Collectively explore. Now, together, study partners can search for additional resources, such as online courses, community groups, or language exchange platforms. This exploration not only helps in finding suitable material, but also builds a supportive learning environment. Practice together. Basically, collaborate for success. So by engaging in discussions, role plays, and collaborative writing tasks, both partners can improve speaking, writing, and listening skills, leading to significant progress. And remember the research again, right? Collaborative learning retains up to 50%, or collaborative learners retain up to 50% more information than people studying alone. I'm repeating it on purpose because this is extremely important for you to realize that the effort you will put into and finding the right study buddy or study buddies is worth it because you will see dramatic improvement uh, in your language acquisition. Let's take a peek at motivation and support. In this section, we're going to highlight the importance of community support or group support in collaborative learning, right? And emphasize a little bit about how these elements enhance the ESL learning experience. Motivation strategies. In that section, we're going to discuss effective techniques such as setting joint targets, fostering friendly competition, and acknowledging growth to enhance commitment and progress. In the community support section, we will explore how studying with a buddy fosters a sense of belonging and emotional support, enriching the learning experience and motivation. There's a quote that we sometimes use in English. I don't remember where it came from, but it says, "No person is an island," right? We must work together to be better. And this is one way to do that. So the icon list outlines essential strategies to enhance collaboration among study buddies, emphasizing shared efforts in learning. Each item highlights a critical aspect of collaborative learning, reinforcing the idea that working together can significantly enrich the English learning experience. So you want to implement these strategies because they can lead to a more productive and enjoyable learning environment, ultimately fostering greater language proficiency and confidence. So I like using these icon lists because it's very convenient for you when you revisit the video to come right to the point that you're looking for and have a list of the things so you can sort of use them as checklists. So let's take a look at community support. When learners team up, they can set mutual goals, number one. They can share resources, number two. And number three, they can practice skills leading to improved confidence and performance in English. Very simple, one, two, three. Share resources, practice skills, and set mutual goals. Now, in this section, we're going to look at overcoming challenges, right? There are common challenges that are faced in learning, language learning. And we'll emphasize, not once again, but we'll reemphasize and demonstrate how collaborative learning with a study buddy can effectively address these issues. We'll take a look at overcoming challenges on a special slide on that, which highlights collaborative learning, how it tackles challenges, such as motivation. No matter what you may see in advertisements or online packages or videos or whatever, that you can learn a language and there's no work. I hate to break it to you, there's work. Because if you're a language learner, you have work. I'm a language learner, I have work. So, and you have to have the motivation to keep going. And so you want to key into that motivation. So we'll be talking about that, overcoming challenges and speaking practice and the fear of mistakes. All of these are very common. We'll also be looking at feedback mechanisms and we will outline some feedback methods like peer evaluation, error analysis, and progress tracking to enhance the learning through collaborative efforts. So here we have overcoming challenges, right? Empowering language learning. So let me just restate what is clearly here on the slide. Collaborative learning effectively addresses challenges in English studying by fostering accountability, reducing fear of mistakes. You want to embrace the mistakes. I will tell you in my language journey, which has been many years, I don't forget things I make a mistake on. Okay, very simple. It helps me. So, in that fact, let me just say, I very rarely, I won't say never, I very rarely forget something I make a mistake on because mistakes have an effect on us. Working with a study buddy allows you to turn making a mistake into a positive experience. All right. So it reduces the fear of mistakes and enhances interactivity through peer support. You actually will get the opportunity to practice, safely make mistakes, and improve. Feedback mechanisms, crucial in collaborative learning, particularly for ESL students as they provide a structured way to enhance skills. So peer evaluation, conducting structured feedback sessions after activities allows students to reflect on their performance. And it's critical to reflect on your performance immediately after when the experience is fresh and you're not going to forget what's going on. 24 hours, 48 hours later, you are going to forget 50% or more of many of the nuances or some of the smaller activities that you would be well served to have feedback about or give feedback about. So you want to learn from each other's experience. So you want to do the peer evaluation quickly and immediately. This collaborative reflection, let's call it, fosters a deeper understanding of language nuances and promotes supportive learning environment. So it's well worth your time. Error analysis. So jointly identifying and correcting errors not only helps in improving accuracy, but also encourages a culture of learning from mistakes. For instance, students can review their speaking or writing tasks together, discussing common errors and strategies for improvement. And then lastly here, progress tracking, utilizing both informal and formal assessments to measure growth enables learners to set clear goals and recognize their advancements over time. As you recognize your advancements, you will become even more motivated. This is a feedback loop that is very powerful in pushing you forward. And you, of course, as you do this, you will adjust your strategies to get even more progress. Inspiration and success. So in this section, we're going to highlight an inspiring story here, basically, that demonstrates the effectiveness. Now, it's a very short story, so it's not a long story. So don't be afraid that I'm going to keep you for 20 minutes. In this success story, we're going to highlight Maria's journey. All right, so let's just jump right into it. I use the icon method again. So Maria faced a lack of motivation and isolation in her English learning journey. I have quotes around Maria's name because the name is not real, but the person and the issue is. By partnering with a study buddy, she overcame these challenges through shared resources and joint practice. The result was significant improvement in her English proficiency. So this success story exemplifies the presentation's aim, this lesson's aim of demonstrating effective strategies for enhancing English skills through collaboration. I will say that I have experienced the same thing. I was Maria at one point, and I used the study buddy approach. Now, if you think study buddy sounds a lot like working with a tutor, it is. You're working with a person and you've created a learning environment. The difference is the student is the tutor is a paid resource, and it's really a one-way scenario, whereas the study buddy is primarily a free resource, except for whatever some of the things you jointly decide that you have to spend money on. And I will say that working with a tutor, practicing alone, and study buddy was resulted in a massive improvement. And when I stopped working with a tutor, the study buddy approach became even more powerful. So this shows you both what I shared about myself and the Maria piece. It shows you that collaborative learning can foster motivation and enhance language acquisition, providing a supportive environment for learners. So I want to thank everyone, but don't go yet, because if you found this content useful, then please like the video, subscribe to our channel, certainly share this video and use the notification bell. And just as importantly, leave a comment. It helps us help you by creating more content that will better suit your needs as we go along. So with all that being said, see you next time as we continue our linguistic adventure.